It's mx squared plus mx plus m is equal to 3, right? The first thing, we need to rewrite this equation in standard form. That's the first thing. So we take the 3 to the left, we'll get mx squared plus mx plus m minus 3 is equal to 0. Now be aware that m is not a variable. X is our variable. M is a constant. It's a number. We don't know what value it is. Okay? Therefore, our A is going to be M. Our B is going to be M. Our C is going to be M minus 3. Okay? That's important. You have to determine your value of A, B, and C. Okay? Then, delta is equal to B squared minus 4AC. Okay? So our B here is M, so that's M squared. Then 4 times M times C, which is a binomial, is M minus 3. Okay? So we'll get what? The answer will be M squared. That will be minus 4M squared, right? Minus, okay, that will be minus 12M. Oh, sorry, plus 12M. Okay? Please, this is delta. Okay? Now, I need to rearrange this delta. Okay, let me do it here. So, if I rearrange it, okay, well, this will give me minus 3m squared. See that? Minus 3m squared. So, delta will equal to minus 3m squared plus 12m. That's delta. Okay? But when we are supposed to get real roots, the value of delta must be equal to 0 or greater than what? 0. Then we can say, therefore, minus 3m squared plus 12m must be greater than or equal to 0 for us to get what? Real roots. Right? Remember, we are solving for m. So, already here, we are going to quadratic inequality. Well, I need, okay, the best way here is to just make the coefficient of m squared a positive. So you divide by minus 3, fortunately it's possible here. Then you will get m squared minus 4m is less than or equal to 0. Now it's less than or equal to 0 because I divided by a negative coefficient. So the inequality sign has to change. Okay? Then this, well, I can factorize this as m times m minus 4 is less than or equal to 0. Then you determine the critical values. So it's now more like we are solving a quadratic inequality. Okay? So, okay, let me move on to the next page. Are you following? Is there anybody who has got a question so far? Okay? So from there, our critical values, remember I told that I'll just write CV, m will be equal to 0, or m will be equal to what? 4. Okay, those are the critical values. Right? Remember, to determine the critical values, you equate the factors to 0. Okay? You equate the factors to 0. Alright? Then from here now, well, since our inequality is this one now, after simplification is this one here. Right? That's our inequality. So it means we go back to the basics of solving quadratic inequalities. It means y is less than 0. Therefore, the turning point is below the x-axis. Okay? So, if I draw my number line there, then I'm going to have 0. Obviously, that would be a 4. Okay? Then, sketch. Okay, I'm using the graphical method. Right? Then, from there, please be aware that our function, since the expression is less than 0 or equal to 0, it means that we are dealing with that interval. Okay? So our solution is going to be m, okay, lies between 0 and 4. m is going to lie between 0 and 4. Now, this is an extra question now from this. Now, I want you to choose any value you prefer. This is an individual exercise. Choose any value which is an integer between 0 and 4. Right? Please, this is an extra question which is coming from this. Right? Choose any value between 0 and 4. I want you to prove that this solution is correct. Right? By substituting whatever value you choose between 0 and 4. Substitute where there is m there. And solve that quadratic equation. Or rather, use the discriminant with a known value for m. Use the discriminant to prove that indeed that equation for any value of m between 0 and 4 included, you will get real roots. Are you following what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? Yeah, choose your own value. Before I move on to do C3, I want you to do a quick check here. Choose your own value. Work it out in your book. Choose your own value. Have you chosen your own value? Did you choose your own value of m and substitute it into B3? Please choose your own value of m in 0 and 4. And check that indeed that quadratic equation will have real roots. What value did you choose? Check. And that's the yeah, I'm saying take the solution. It's correct. So which value of m is okay? No, no, wait, no. You don't want to value m from 0 to 4. And then solve that and prove that indeed that equation is not real. Okay, listen, please, if you do not understand my question, you need to ask. I say, choose a value between 0 and 4. Substitute into the original equation with m and prove after substituting a specific value of m that indeed the quadratic equation has real roots. So you are supposed to do some working out with a specific value of m. Don't just use a calculator. And calculate delta. And listen, please, you need to calculate delta for your value of m. You need to calculate delta for your value of m. Remember, the question is the nature of roots. Remember, the question is the nature of roots. Choose your value for m. Okay? Substitute it into the original equation. Right? Write it in standard form. Determine the values of A, B, and C, then calculate delta. Your delta must be equal to 0 or greater than what? 0. How many of you have done that? Well, some of you is like, you're not following what I'm saying.
We just wrote this.
So what value of delta do you get? Okay, you get delta is 9. As long as the delta is more than 0, then or it's equal to 0, then it's fine. What we're looking for and the delta so, all right. Unfortunately, we don't have all the time in the world. All right. Then C. Okay. Now, to do C, all right. So C3. Unfortunately, we don't have lots of time, but I would like you to do this question here. I'll send it as homework. All right. That one there. Okay. Can I have your attention? Can you copy that question down? That's your homework. But be aware that this question it's a higher order now. It's not like the other two. The other two were much easier. This one is a little bit more challenging. Okay, for those of you who might not be seeing it properly. Okay, that's the question. Right, so I think it's better for me to start geometry on Monday because that's the next topic now. So tomorrow I'll just conclude nature of roots. Okay. Tomorrow conclude nature. What? Yeah, you are writing a test on Tuesday. Huh? Nature of roots is there. Nature of roots is there. You just have to be ready. You have to know your nature of roots.
You know what?
Okay, have you copied the question? Okay.
Yours, right?